If you think the last few weeks have been cold, well, you're right, they have been. But they've been a piece of cake for Drew and Diana Logan. They've spent many a winter in wind chills of 150 degrees below zero and more working at the South Pole in jobs that they actually sought out.
In May of '91, I think I applied for a job, sent in an application, just totally forgot about it, and then we got married in late July. And 2 weeks after we got married, I get a call, do you want to go to the South Pole for a year?
And you said,
Diana, can I go? Can I go?
And you said,
I said, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. If it were my choice, I wouldn't want anyone to stand in my way.
So off they went. But the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity became a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for a second, and then a third, and then a fourth time, which made us wonder how a winter in Antarctica affects a relationship.
We work a lot. You work really hard. You work 6 days a week, nine hours a day, and then, of course, the seventh day you're exhausted, so you sleep or play, so it's.
How do you play there?
You better like watching movies or get along with groups of people. Well, Diana did a few plays while you were there, and
right.
I learned to play guitar, and we had a little band, and that's that kind of
French.
thing. Taught French, yeah.
The southernmost French classes in the world.
Deciding to spend half a year on the South Pole is a commitment, one you question immediately upon arrival.
It's bleak. It's just nothing. It's just a white snow blowing across nothing, and it's that for 700 miles. And there's these little buildings, and you think, is that where I'm going to live? Is it? And most people are stepping out into the coldest cold they've ever been in their lives.
How cold is cold?
When I stepped off that plane, it was, I think that first time, it was 50 below, wind chill minus 75. That was in the summer. So, the coldest I've been in, I think that winter it got down to minus 107 ambient. And I think I've hit minus 150 wind chill. So.
The center of activity on Antarctica is a meteorological station, which makes astronomy the #1 hobby.
Dark 6 months out of the year is clear and cold. Get a nice shot out into space. You can keep your telescope on an object for days at a time because the Earth is rotating around under your telescope.
Diana's favorite sight was the Southern Lights, Aurora Australis.
They took many forms. Sometimes it would be like explosions in the sky. Other times it was like someone was just floating this sheet over your head, and it would often take up the whole sky. It was just amazing. I would fall down on the snow and just mouth agape, just stare at them until I got so cold that I had to go in.
While Drew worked as an information technology specialist, Diana spent her days operating heavy equipment.
It was fun. It was nothing to run into, or not much to run into. We have about, well, the South Pole is at 9,301 feet of elevation. So it's not something that people think of when they think of a flat white place. And obviously, you know, you could shovel to your heart's desire and never make it.
Just how far down would you have to shovel to hit land?
Over 9,000 feet below.
With no flight in or out of Antarctica from February to October, there weren't a lot of people for company at the South Pole. Diana and Drew did enjoy the folks they worked with at the research station.
It's a bunch of wacky people. You know, what kind of people do you think would do things like this?
And the birds in tuxedos?
The penguins are very cute. They're just like, I think you'd want one for a house pet until you realize how messy and smelly they are, but they're just like little people. They waddle, you know, they come up to about your thigh or your knee, and they just seem so cute.
The Logans say the one thing that changed the South Pole most over the years they were there was the advent of
the internet. You know, it's very easy now to communicate with home and send some videos and talk to people. Back even in '91, we were still using ham radio to talk to people back here because it was one of the other options. We had just HF radio, like shortwave ham radio operators, that sort of thing. Yeah. So, and 2 messages per day, all text, no pictures.
Along with many pictures of Antarctica, the Logans have memories which will last a lifetime.
As Drew said, it gets in your blood. It's something it's a lifestyle that we love. And We love the way it feels down there. We love the people who go down there and the whole life that it offers us. So. But this will always be home.
So why aren't you there now?
Can't stay there all the time. I mean, we have a dog, and we
Yeah. That's right.
and dog
We
sitting
love
would
it
be
here, too.
extremely expensive for a year, I believe. I think.
The Logans say a real issue at the South Pole is oxygen deprivation. At that altitude, there's only half as much oxygen as there is at sea level, and that makes it feel like you're always running a marathon. Well, when we come back, we're going to go to